Alright, so we are back. So question 63. The graph shows y the weight of a pole of length x. So we have here a coordinate plane, a Cartesian coordinate plane, and we are given x values and y values. So what is represented by the points with 1, 4? So those coordinates. So here I will tell you, actually let's go through the other choices. So the choice, I can see the answer is immediately A, and I'll explain that in a second. What I want to do is first explain the other three wrong choices. So first, the y-intercept is 4. Y-intercept is wherever the graph crosses the y-axis. And here, it's at the origin, which is 0, 0. So it can't be that, because that's not equal to 4. And then, a pole 4 feet long weighs 1 ounce. So remember, our x is feet, our length, and our y is our weight, ounces. So 1 foot is 4 ounces. It's not the other way around. It's not 4 feet is 1 ounce. It's 1 foot is 4 ounces. And let's see, 4 foot 1 ounce. Yep. So they're basically having the same idea here. This is just testing your knowledge on slope. Don't fall for that. So C and D are out. So the answer is A, and that is because, once again, 4 ounces per foot. 4 ounces, 1 foot. This is 1 foot. This is 4 ounces. Don't get your x and y axes messed up. Alright, next, 64. So, blah, 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 blah. The number line shows points E, F, G, and H. Which points represents the sum of 2.5 plus negative 4.5? This is a very, very fast problem. 2.5 minus 4, or 2.5 plus negative 4.5. If this confuses you, just rewrite it as 2.5 minus 4.5. That is equal to negative 2. You should be able to do that in your head. And then negative 2, whichever point is at negative 2, that is point F. Cool. Alright, next. So this is a fun problem. I like this problem a lot. So remember, right here, actually I should read it out loud first. If 9 over 2x is equal to 3y over 8, where x is not equal to 0 and y is not equal to 0, what is the product of x and y? So the reason why they told us x can't be equal to 0 and y can't be equal to 0 is because if x was equal to 0, your whole fraction would just be undefined. Because remember, when we have 0 in the denominator of a fraction, that means it's undefined. We can't solve that. We can't give it a defined number. That's not possible. Okay? And okay, what is the product of x and y? So what I'm going to do is hopefully what seems obvious to you, but if it doesn't, it almost always works. Cross multiply. So 9 times 8 is equal to 72, and that has to be equal to 3y times 2x. And because we are multiplying, we can actually get a product. If we were adding, we couldn't get a product because we're not combining like terms, but we're multiplying. So 3y times 2x, so 3 times 2 is 6, x times y is xy, 6xy. Now, this is a kind of situation where I'm like, hey, what was the problem asking me again? And that was, what is the product of x times y? So we want to get what these two are equal to. We don't need the 6 here. So all we have to do now is just divide. 72 divided by 6 is equal to 12, and that is equal to xy. That means the product of x and y must be equal to 12. And that is our answer.